Well, hey, folks, welcome to the More Summer 2020 Adventures Day 56. All right, August 20th, 2020. Okay. Hey, glad you're with me tonight, and trust that you're enjoying these videos. I thank you again for the compliments that a lot of you are making, about the pictures and the comments, the video itself, basically, and words of encouragement. Yeah, thank you very much. I do appreciate it. I really do. And today, I think the video is going to be rather short. Okay, there's like 19 pictures. Okay, so there ain't a whole lot of pictures to be posting today, but also, we just spent most of the time there at the house and just visiting with family. Myself and one of my brother-in-laws, the one that's here right now. There's others coming, but one that's here right now. We did some chores around the house there for our Aunt Mary Ann, and we've got a few more to do tomorrow. But basically, it was just things that she can't do, and also things to get ready for the weekend and the family reunion. I appreciate the prayers for our family in California. The latest word we got is that they haven't heard any word yet on their house. They're supposed to keep calling, but for all the indications, they have probably lost their house. They were fortunate to be evacuated on time, so they got some things, not everything, but they got some of the important things. And made it to their business. They have a business, and it was about 10 miles from the house, and it's just outside of the evacuation zone. So they were able to stay at their house or at their business. So they do have someplace to be. They're some really good folks. They really are, and they're outdoorsy types. So the camping and sleeping in tents and sleeping bags and all that sort of stuff doesn't bother them at all. I mean, they do it quite frequently because they're out in the bush, in the mountains, either hiking or biking or whatever. And so, sleeping in a sleeping bag doesn't bother them at all. So, that being said, they got someplace to go. They're like I say, they're staying at their business, which is about 10 miles from their house. But all indications are they probably have lost their house, as well as the houses around them. So it wasn't just them. But thank you for the prayers, and please keep them coming. Other than that, though, we got some other reports that some of the family that wasn't going to be able to come are going to be able to come now, and some that weren't going to be able to come, like the ones in the fire, they're not going to now, of course. But so we're getting closer, and it's getting exciting. The Clayton family reunion is fixing to happen. Okay, and it was fun today, being one of the newer members of the family, if you will, and one of the younger ones. I'm not the youngest, but I am. I'm definitely in that younger tier. Marianne was saying, it's funny that all the younger ones in the group are in their mid to upper 60s. And I said, yeah, that's saying a lot. But this weekend there'll be younger ones. But for right now, we're carrying the load. But it was fun today listening to the older ones, I should say. My mother-in-law and her younger sister, who's only like 3 years younger than me. But my mother-in-law and her brother younger than her and her brother older than her, swapping stories and saying, no, you're not right, it was this, and no, yeah, you're wrong. And some of the stories are talking about what they did to do as kids or where they lived in different places. It's good memories. That's what family reunion's about, right? Is enjoying and sometimes I wish I had a recording when I listened to my grandparents and all of that talking about stories, because my grandparents are all gone, and so as is my dad and mom. So but I remember some of that stuff because I grew up by my dad and mom, obviously. Okay, but before me, what it was like for them, Um, but I don't have those recordings, and nothing you can do about that. But it was good though. We had good meals, got some work done, and had some boysenberry cobbler with ice cream tonight. So that was all good too. All right. Um, but tomorrow is another day. We're going to take a little bit of a trip. My brother-in-law is going to show me where they used to live when him and his wife and family moved back here. And I think they were here until '08. Then maybe they moved here in '08. I don't remember. But they lived here for a few years before they moved back to Arizona. So he's going to take me by their house and show me where they lived, and then where one of one of my mother-in-law's uncles lived. To be my great uncle, I guess, my great uncle-in-law. And then also where one of our cousins works now, in the park systems here in the county. So, we're going to be doing some of that tomorrow before more come in. I think so. Some more are due tomorrow, and then a bunch of them are coming in Friday. And of course, the shindig starts Friday afternoon. So yeah, looking forward to it. But so it was a good day today. Like I say we spent most of the time right around the house. We did come back here to the trader for a little bit and took care of some things here, and did some more shopping. Not at the shopping mecca, but but did some other things. And that being said, we had fun today, and it was good just to visit and for me just to listen and some of these stories, because they are something else. But folks, talking about good things, right? Today's verse, okay, is 1 Timothy 2:5-6. For there is one God and one mediator between God and man, the man Jesus Christ, who gave himself a ransom for all to be tested in due time. And then of course the short version is, for there is one God and one mediator between God and mankind, the man Jesus Christ, who gave himself as a ransom for all people. 1 Timothy 2:5-6. And in the early days of Judaism, before Christianity, right? Before Christ, they had the Day of Atonement, which would happen once a year, and they'd have to take a lamb, without blemish and everything, and it would be judged 3 times before it was sacrificed, and then the priest would go in and make the, into the Holy of Holies and all that, and that was the way things were done. Okay, and that was the only bridge, if you will, between God and mankind, because after the initial sin in the Garden of Eden, there was no more direct communication, for everybody, all right? But then Christ came as the one redemption, as that final sacrifice, who gave himself a ransom for all to be tested in due time. So there was no more lambs having to be sacrificed, okay, or doves or anything of that nature. But most of the time it was a lamb, all right, without blemish. And Christ came and became that lamb for all of us, for the redemption of our sins. He paid the ransom. He became the mediator, okay? He bridged that gap between God and us, all right? And that's and when Christ came, he knew that's what he came for. And he knew the time he was born in that manger in Bethlehem, that his life was going to end on the cross. He knew that he was going to be the extreme sacrifice, the ultimate sacrifice, the final sacrifice. And his blood was going to cover the multitudes of sins that we as man have, okay? He became that mediator. He paid that ransom, all right? And I'm so thankful. I'm so unworthy, but I am so thankful for his grace and mercy and the gift of his Son and his redeeming blood. Folks, be blessed. God bless you, and we will come with you again tomorrow. Bye now.